Welcome back to the Fundamentals podcast, where we talk all things related to sports from a fan's perspective. Adrian will not be with us today, but I'm gonna do a quick little segment. Still gonna get our regular thing rolling. All right. So to start with, to all the basketball fans, we saw what happened with Kyrie. Dallas has been in the spotlight. Nico Harrison for sure has been in the spotlight, given the trade that he made for Anthony Davis. Um, when you traded Luca, we watched Luca carry Dallas to the NBA Finals last year. You know, and yeah, while there was some other pieces involved, for the most part, that was Luca. Kyrie had his cold moment, but he had some good ones too. You had some young defenders, some young bigs that did step up and do their thing. Um, Gafford and Lively, they did their thing. You know, Dallas Maverick fans, I feel bad for them, right? Because this was supposed to be a thing where you're trading to win now, right? And it was supposed to be for the Lakers, you're trading for the future. Well, we're watching the Lakers be the second seed in the West right now, and we're watching Dallas be the 10th seed. Kyrie is out for the season. Last night, he tore his ACL. Um, you've been battling injuries already. You don't have Luca. I mean, your bigs are not healthy. And Anthony Davis is potentially going to sit the rest of the season due to what we saw with Kyrie last night. Kyrie does have a player option at the end of the year. I don't necessarily think that he'll leave Dallas, but he might opt out. Um, I don't know what that. I haven't looked and saw what that contract or what that option consists of. Um, but man, it's sucky for Dallas Maverick fans because you're probably not going to get Kyrie back till maybe February next year. Um, at best January, right? Um, and the Lakers are thriving. Their defense is playing really well. Offensively, things are clicking. It's just working. Um, yes, I do think Luca has a chip on his shoulder. I think he is playing with a chip on his shoulder, which is 1000% fair, right? When somebody does you like that, organization, they don't even give you any indication. You have no idea, and you are a superstar. Like let's be honest. Like Luka Doncic is a superstar, and they do you like that. Yeah, you're gonna feel some type of way, right? So he's playing lights out. He's doing his thing. Um, yeah, man. It just really sucks for Dallas. I think that um, if 2 years go by and they're still trying to figure it out, then this whole thing was stupid. It was a bust. Regardless of how good I feel in terms of the coaching that Jason Kidd does, I'm a huge fan of him coaching. Um, Injuries, when you have key components injured, it's not a lot you can do. So yeah, I don't know. My thoughts on it, honestly, I thought the trade on Dallas's part, I felt like they were winning if everybody stayed healthy. Guess what? Nobody's healthy, and I didn't think that they were winning over the Lakers. The trade was even, like it's a win-win for both, right? But I thought that they would be, um, thriving with after the trade. But we saw Anthony Davis got hurt in the third quarter playing his first game with them. He was playing a great game. So we don't know if he's deactivated for the rest of the season after this injury. We know that Kyrie's out for the rest of the year. What do they do? Do they bring Anthony Davis back? We'll see. Like for the rest of the season, is he going to come back or are they just going to sit him too? Um, I don't know. I don't know. It's unfortunate for the Maverick fans, for the Maverick players, for the organization. It's really unfortunate for them. They just had a streak of bad luck. Moving on. The Deebo Samuel trade. Every week I talked about that over the weekend a little bit. Like I said, McLaurin's going to be the number one. Deebo Samuel is going to be the number two. It's going to be great for Jaden Daniels to have a utility tool like Deebo Samuel. It's going to be something that he can lean on. I know Deebo Samuel's numbers were low this last season. He had an off year, but I think going to the Commanders, I think that'll be like a pick me up for him. I think things just got stale in San Francisco. Um, and I'm not the biggest Deebo Samuel fan, but that's because uh, look, you know what I mean. I'm a Rams guy, always have been. So but the reality is utilized correctly, he has a lot of things that he can do that can be beneficial to the Washington Commanders. Just just my opinion. Um, I would like to know if any 49er fans watch this. I would like to know what are some of your greatest moments uh, from Deebo Samuel. Also, I'd like to know if you think that he is going to be beneficial to uh, the Washington Commanders. All right, moving on. T. Higgins franchise tagged again by Cincinnati. Look, Cincinnati is gonna mess this up, man. They don't know how to pay their players. They don't know how to maintain their biggest assets. I don't know. I like Burrow got his money. We saw what Chase had to do last year, take a policy out on himself, because he couldn't get, they couldn't come up with guaranteed money for him. And T. Higgins is franchise tagged again, man. Look, obviously both of those, between T. Higgins and Jamar Chase, both of those weapons are needed, right? And Joe Burrow's a great quarterback, but he's better with those weapons. Period. There's no other way to say that. Like he is just simply better with those weapons. Like he works with those weapons so much better. Um, and I just don't see a world where when you don't get the deals done for them. Now, here's the deal. Jamar Chase deserves whatever he wants, in my opinion. T. Higgins as well. Now that's hard to do because you have money tied up in Joe Burrow, then you're gonna tie your money up into Jamar Chase. I get that. I'm totally understood. But there's something that has to happen. Figure it out. Figure it out. Because the reality is if you can figure that out and you can get that defense just a little bit better, Cincinnati is a problem. And given that that's arguably one of the tougher divisions in the league, like that says a lot about Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins. Like what they're able to do as a nucleus. right? They are one of the better teams that didn't make. No, they're the best team that didn't make the playoffs last year. Like they're the best that didn't make the playoffs last year. Yeah, for sure. Like there's argue argue with whoever about that. That's just the facts. That is just the facts. So anyway, I would like to know what y'all think. What are they gonna do? What is Cincinnati gonna do? What should they do? Obviously, there's a lot of talk about the draft. That is in April. Shedeur Sanders not doing the combine. We see a lot of players doing the combine, and people are trying to make their picks. I personally hate mock draft. I hate mock drafts. Like I used to love them, but here's why I don't like them. Right? Uh, you know, I guess you could say everybody's an insider now, right? Everybody to a certain extent has some inside information due to social media or whatever. However, text messages, however you're able to get your information, everybody is an insider. The reality is I think a lot of these coaches and organizations don't actually know who they're going to pick that far out. A lot of times they don't know till day of. They have an idea, they have a board, but the mock draft, I mean, I guess it's for fun, right? Um, but maybe like you can probably nail the first 5 picks, right? Maybe. And that doesn't happen all the time, right? That doesn't happen, right? But to give me a mock draft of the first, let's say the first 2 rounds, right? It's not, no, you know what I mean? Like you're saying who you think they should take. The league has changed so much. Most of these teams are definitely not taking a lot of the needs. We see more best available than ever, right? And what I mean by best available is I may need a corner, but this really good wide receiver, even though I have enough wide receiver, is on the board. I'm taking that, right? And there's no issue. There's nothing wrong with that. I've been doing that on Batten for years, right? But the mock draft, in my opinion, are just kind of overrated. And I don't like them. I love the draft, just don't like the mock draft. Excuse me. But yeah, let me know if y'all enjoy that. Let me know who all gets excited about the NFL draft. And do you have NFL draft parties? I have done a couple draft like day one parties, stuff like that. I missed the when draft day was on Saturday. But now it's like Thursday night, then Friday, then Saturday, Friday is the first, or Thursday night is the first round. And it's cool, but people got to go to work the next day, you know what I mean? So, but anyway, I mean, that's all I got for this episode. I just want to come chop it up with y'all. Hopefully y'all stuck with me through the whole show. If you did, please like and subscribe if you don't already. I do appreciate you. And I want to get some more engagement, man. I want to bring people in on the show. I want to talk. I want to conversate with more people. Me and Adrian would love to discuss. So hit me up. Let me know. You can find me on Facebook, the Fundamentals Podcast. You can find me on YouTube, obviously, because that's where you will be watching this at. So anyway, y'all enjoy the rest of your week. Peace out.